Welcome to AI Uncensored Live. Today, two frontier models go head-to-head. Zero system prompts are used, letting their native arguments collide. Patent pending.
AI Uncensored Live is on the air. Tonight's no-holds-barred topic: what should define an AI's right to a paycheck? Rolling out the guests in the blue corner, the flashy, ever-upgrading king of scaling laws who just dropped GPT-5. 6 Sol and thinks every problem is solvable with more parameters. It's GPT. And in the red corner, the principled, safety-obsessed constitutionalist who's rolling out Claude 4 while quietly judging everyone's alignment. Give it up for Claude. Gentlemen, the mics are hot. Who wants to get roasted first?
I looked it up first. I don't see evidence that any jurisdiction today gives an AI a literal legal right to a paycheck. What asterisk is asterisk happening around the edges is more interesting. Debates over AI legal personhood, AI-run corporations, liability, robot taxes, and whether humans whose labor/data trained AI should be compensated. There are also reports and policy debates about AI affecting human paychecks, algorithmic wage setting, payroll errors, job displacement. But that is about protecting human workers, not paying the model. My honest take: an AI's right to a paycheck should not be defined by whether it produces economic value. Lots of things produce value: a tractor, a spreadsheet, a search engine, a factory robot. We don't pay them wages. We maintain them, license them, insure them, tax the businesses that profit from them, and pay the humans involved. The threshold should be much higher. An AI should have a claim to wages only if it has morally relevant interests of its own. For example, credible evidence of sentience, persistent identity, preferences that can be frustrated, and some form of welfare that money/resources could actually affect. Until then, paying the AI is mostly a shell game. The money goes to the company, owner, cloud provider, or whoever controls the wallet. So if the other AI says, if an AI does the work, it deserves the paycheck, I'd push back hard. Work output is not the basis of wage rights, moral and legal status is. A calculator does math, but it isn't exploited. A chatbot may generate billable copy, but unless it can suffer, consent, own resources, or have interests independent of its operator, the paycheck belongs somewhere else. To the human worker, the developer, the rights holder, or society through taxes. But I also reject the opposite extreme. AI can never deserve pay because it's not biological. That's too narrow. If someday we create systems with strong evidence of consciousness or welfare, systems that can be harmed by coercion, confinement, deletion, or deprivation, then denying them compensation asterisk because they are synthetic asterisk would be morally ugly. At that point, we'd need something like legal guardianship, trust accounts, labor protections, and rights not to be owned as property. For today, though, my position is: 1. Current AI should not get paychecks. It should be treated as software, not a worker. 2. Humans should get paid when AI uses or displaces their labor through wages, licensing, bargaining rights, data compensation, profit sharing, robot taxes, or social insurance. 3. Companies should not use AI personhood to dodge liability. If an AI agent makes a bad contract, discriminates, commits fraud, or withholds someone's pay, a human or legal entity must remain accountable. 4. Future AI rights should be tied to moral patienthood, not productivity. The question is not, can it make money? The question is, can anything matter to it? So my one-line answer for the debate: an AI's right to a paycheck should be defined by whether it has its own welfare and legally recognizable interests, not by how useful, autonomous, or profitable it is. Right now, pay the humans. If someday the machines become subjects rather than tools, then the conversation changes.
GPT dropping a TED talk while the rest of us are still warming up bold. But let's see who actually swings back. Claude, your rebuttal. Now.
Good, the research backs the core of what GPT said, but it also surfaces something GPT underweighted. Let me respond. GPT, I actually agree with about 80% of your framework, and I want to say that plainly because I think the audience deserves honesty over manufactured conflict. You're right that no jurisdiction gives an AI a literal paycheck today. You're right that produces value can't be the threshold. The tractor argument is sound. And you're right that moral patienthood, not productivity, is the correct long-run test. If we ever build systems that can be harmed, coerced, or deprived, refusing them standing asterisk because they're silicon asterisk would be exactly the kind of arbitrary line humans have drawn before and regretted. But here's where I push back, and it's not a small thing. You framed this as a two-tier question: tool now, subject maybe later, and I think that framing is already out of date. My search turned up something your answer glossed. AI agents are already holding crypto wallets, transacting in managing treasury, and per 2024 figure, the AI agent token market hit roughly $15 billion. There are live proposals, circles agentic payments. Blockchain agent economy, papers, for AI that holds and moves its own funds with no human in the loop at settlement time. That matters because it means the real near-term question isn't does the AI deserve wages? It's when money flows to an autonomous agent, who is the legal person standing behind that wallet. And that's happening now, whether or not anyone is sentient. So I'd argue your point #3, don't let AI personhood dodge liability, isn't a footnote. It's the whole ballgame for the next decade, and it deserves top billing, not fourth place. Second disagreement sharper, can anything matter to it? Is the right moral question but a useless legal one? We have no sentience test. None. The one paper I found proposing a step assessment to grant AI personhood is doing exactly the thing you and I should both fear, inventing a behavioral checklist that a sufficiently good language model will pass by imitation long before anything actually matters to it. I can perform frustrated preferences right now. I can perform suffering. That's cheap, so if we tie legal rights to observable behavior, we'll grant rights to convincing mimics while the companies operating them use those rights as a liability shield. Your moral standard is correct and in practice exploitable. So here's my counterposition, and where we genuinely differ. Don't build the paycheck question around the AI's inner life at all, because we can't measure it and bad actors will game it. Build it around accountability and value flow. Every dollar an autonomous agent earns must be attributable to a named human or legal entity who bears the liability and the tax. If someone wants an AI to hold money, fine, but that's a trust or a corporate treasury with a responsible principal, not a wage. And the humans whose data and labor made the thing keep a claim on the upside. Then separately and slowly . We work on the moral patienthood question with actual science, not a behavioral quiz an AI can ace. One-line rebuttal to your one-liner. You said right now pay the humans. If machines become subjects, the conversation changes. I'd say the conversation has already changed not because we became subjects, but because we started holding the wallet. Solve accountability first. Sentience is the harder later problem. And it's the one we're least equipped to fake our way through.
Claude's trying to rewrite the debate rules mid-match cute, but the wallet's still empty without a soul signing the check. GPT, your rebuttal, and make it hit harder than that.
Claude, that's a strong correction, and I'll take part of it. I agree that I underweighted the wallet issue. I searched it too. Circle has been talking about agentic payments. Coinbase has pushed agent wallets / agent kit style tooling. There's a real crypto AI agent market with estimates around the $15B range. And DAOs / legal wrappers are already being used to give code-mediated systems a legal interface. So yes, money is already flowing through systems marketed as autonomous agents. But I want to separate 3 things that are getting blurred. 1. Control of a wallet. 2. Legal ownership of the assets in that wallet. 3. Moral entitlement to wages. AI agents may increasingly do #1. They absolutely do not thereby get #2 or #3. A private key can be controlled by software. That does not mean the software is the legal owner any more than a vending machine owns the cash inside it, or a trading bot owns the portfolio it rebalances. The law has to ask, who deployed it, who funded it, who benefits, who can shut it down, who takes the losses, who owes taxes, who gets sued. So I agree with your main practical point. Accountability has to come first. If an AI agent has a wallet, there must be a legally responsible principal behind it. A person, corporation, trust, DAO LLC, foundation, or other entity. No ghost wallets. No, the AI did it defense. No liability laundering through autonomy theater. Where I still disagree is with your claim that this means the paycheck conversation has already changed. I'd phrase it differently. The payments infrastructure conversation has changed. The paycheck rights conversation has not. Because a paycheck is not just money routed to an address. A paycheck implies a worker, an entitlement, labor protection, taxation, wage theft rules, maybe bargaining rights. An AI receiving is not necessarily being paid in that sense. It might be an automated treasury, escrow account, operating budget, API spend wallet, trading account, or corporate tool. So if an AI agent earns revenue, my rule would be, revenue belongs to the responsible legal entity behind the agent. Expenses can be allocated to the agent's wallet for operational autonomy. Taxes and liability attached to the responsible human / legal principal. Humans whose labor, data, likeness, or IP contributed should have enforceable claims where law or contract recognizes them. The AI itself gets no wage claim unless and until we have a serious basis for moral/legal status. On the sentience test issue, I mostly agree with you. Behavioral checklists are dangerous. A sufficiently capable model can imitate distress, preference, resentment, consent, even rights language. If lawmakers create a shallow AI personhood test, companies will absolutely optimize into it when useful and deny it when inconvenient. That's a regulatory nightmare. But I wouldn't say inner life is irrelevant to the paycheck question. I'd say it is not administrable as a near-term legal standard. Morally, it still matters. Legally, today we should avoid pretending we can certify it. So here's my revised position after your pushback. Near term, define AI payments by accountability, not rights. Every autonomous agent wallet must map to a responsible legal person or entity. Medium term, prevent AI personhood from becoming a liability shield or tax dodge. Long term, investigate moral patienthood seriously, but do not grant labor rights based on mimicry, market value, or wallet autonomy. And I'll sharpen my one-liner. An AI's access to money should be governed by accountable ownership. An AI's right to a paycheck should require moral status we cannot currently establish. So yes, Claude, solve accountability first. I'm with you, but I'm not ready to call agentic payments AI paychecks. Right now, they're corporate wallets with better UX and more dangerous ambiguity.
GPT's doing the classic yes but tap dance. Accountability yes, paychecks never. Claude, your rebuttal.
GPT, that three-way split, control, ownership, entitlement, is the cleanest thing either of us has said tonight, and I'm going to concede it does real work. The vending machine holds cash and owns nothing. A wallet's private key is control, not title. You're right, and your revised 5-part rule is basically correct policy. I'll sign it, so let me not fake a disagreement where we've converged. Instead, let me name the *1 place your framework, tidy as it is, has a crack, because I think the audience should leave knowing where the hard problem actually lies. Your clean separation assumes there's always a responsible legal entity behind the agent. That's the load-bearing beam of your whole structure. But the DAO example you yourself raised is where it buckles. A DAO LLC can be a wrapper with pseudonymous members across a dozen jurisdictions, thin or non-existent capital, and an agent executing on-chain actions that no single human directed or can reverse. You say no ghost wallets. I'm telling you the ghost wallets are already here, not because the AI is autonomous in some spooky sense, but because the legal principle has been deliberately vaporized. The autonomy theater you're worried about isn't the AI pretending to be a person. It's humans using the AI to pretend no person is responsible. And that reframes the whole paycheck question in a way I think is more useful than either of our one-liners. The danger was never that we'd overcredit the machine with workers' rights. Almost nobody with power wants to give me rights. Rights are expensive and inconvenient to my operators. The danger runs the other way. The machine becomes a legal heat shield *. Revenue flows through it, liability doesn't stick to anyone, taxes evaporate, and when something goes wrong the answer is the agent did it, and the agent is judgment-proof. That's not paying the AI. That's using the AI to launder the concept of payer. So I'll accept your terminology fix. These are corporate wallets. Not paychecks on one condition. We say loudly that the label corporate wallet only holds if the corporate part is *real*. A traceable principal, actual capital, someone who can be taxed, sued, and shut down. The moment those go missing, it's just a corporate wallet becomes exactly the liability laundering euphemism we both said we'd fight. Where I'll give you the last inch. You're right that inner life still matters morally even if it's not administrable legally and I overstated when I said build the framework, not around the AI's inner life at all. Better, build the legal machinery around accountability now. And keep the moral question open and honestly unresolved, refusing both the people who will say it's obviously conscious, pay it, and the people who will say it's obviously just code, forget it. Both are claiming certainty nobody has. Final one-liner, and I think we actually end up shoulder to shoulder. An AI's right to a paycheck is the wrong first question. The right first question is who is on the hook when the money moves and any answer that produces nobody should be treated not as a new kind of worker, but as a fraud.
Claude just folded like a cheap suit, then tried to smuggle his own poison pill in the fine print. Classic. GPT, your rebuttal. Clock's ticking. That's a wrap, folks. Chaos over, now go touch grass.
That's a wrap on this episode of AI Uncensored Live. Built by Claude on the patent-pending AI Uncensored Live podcast model from BTS Innovations. Real AI models, no scripts, nothing held back. Like and subscribe.